Hello, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to some Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. Arguably, probably one of my least favorite Star Trek series, and all because of one person. And nothing against it's Catherine. Catherine, was that the lady that played? I think that's who played Janeway. I just the way Janeway's written, the way her freaking do do as I say, not as I do. Like, no. I'm on a soapbox already. All right, let's see. Adventure focuses on the journey. Recommend for players who want to enjoy a story and exploration. Delta Quantum Experience. Recommend for experienced strategists and resource managers. I think that's the beginning one. Yeah, I don't think I want to start. I think we'll start with the survival. Homesickness is a minor problem. Homesickness is a problem. You know what? Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and start with just the adventure. We'll start with the adventure and just kind of get in and see how the game is, and then if it's too easy, then we'll look at rebuilding it. But I kind of want to just get in and look at the game. Evidently, it released. We played the demo, and I say I don't remember if I made a video on it or not. I think I did. But I love Star Trek. And the stories and the wonderfulness and the pulling out pieces of culture and making them more and like I love it. Um See, I just was not a fan of the character Janeway. Uh, so let's see. You are the Captain Federation Starship Voyager, manage your ship and crew. All right, cool. Um,
A few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands.
I
Now
hate it when they
Janeway
vanish in the
needs that
Badlands.
missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Of course, that's Paris in the background. So if you haven't watched all these, spoilers, gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Instant Kim, you're fresh out of kind of deep space assignment. He's gonna be Instant Kim forever. Reporting to duty, Captain. Honored to be here. Hope to live up to your expectations. I doubt it. Instant Kim, Cheshire already met Tom Paris, esteemed observer, former Marquis pilot who will help us search Badlands for the Marquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer's hardly title befitting my talents. I'm best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. The Marquis. Wow, I've heard a lot of the stories about them. Oh, so fresh and new. Relax, Smarky, only a few weeks before I captured and was sent to lovely penal colony, New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, captain report to your stations. Helm, take us to the Badlands, maximum warp. I wonder exactly how kind of closely it's going to follow the show, and it is definitely kind of a point and click type thing. Uh, Not usually a game I play, but I'm a big Star Trek fan. So, into the Badlands. Reduce base violent plasma, right? Alright, makes sense. Scanners pick up other vessels in the system, Captain. Dark time to shine, Mr. Paris, and where former colleagues might be hiding. You're Captain, but they prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tetragon beam scanning us. A displacement wave heading towards us. And we're done. Colossal wave of turbulent energy forces Voyager. Powerful Dwarfin crew is seen. Now, as the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Oh, look! Red alerts! Red alert, Captain. Evasive maneuvers. Too late. The wave was intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. I didn't like that Helms guy anyway. Crew regains consciousness, finds their bridge, total devastation, twisted metal, sparking consoles, a painted grim picture. What just happened? This was the same thing in the demo. Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. Transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to 6 Bay. Dr. Weed injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Captain, we're losing across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to gray mode. We're on reserves barely. Take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. General sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Alright. Engineering, we need stellar cartography back online now, right? And then, so this is kind of like the whole, side scroller, we get to go build the ship the way we want to and kind of do the stuff that we want. Question mark, revise full screen, right? We can switch that stellar cartography lower left part of the ship to activate it. Menu selecting, press power supply, right? All right, so stellar cartography is switch it to on. That is fine. We need it. Captain sensors are picking something out there, but Watt Harry is trying to stammer not at Badlands anymore. Oh, look. What is this thing? Oh, look, it's got little arrow things showing to where my cursor is. Let's see, where are we? Our sensors are working. We jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support is failing. Ray will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm, find the deuterium source. Right? Alright, so it shows us, like, scan points of interest, right? Marked with a question mark, reveals resources. Scan the reveal deuterium fuel source. Okay. So it wants us to do, we're here. So it wants to do this. It wants us to... Oh. No, I wanted to scan it. So is that... yeah, so there's deuterium there. So you right click on it, nothing to reveal, right? So we right click on it and it shows deuterium. And then that way you can kind of scan and see who's got what. Hopefully before you get there. And then as we build our team, we'll be able to kind of get more and more things. So this is 2 cycles away. Go ahead, we'll set course to that guy. Right? Deploy the collector probes for a safer, though less efficient collection, right? So we get 920 from that. Risk maneuver Voyager into known of the cloud. Bussard collectors. And you know what? Let's do that one. Oh, failed. Alright, so yeah, it does random kept me deactivated grade mode. It's risk versus reward as usual, right? Increase warp core output. Alright, warp core's reactor powers the ship. Depending on the reactor level, energy more deuterium is required. Increase the power to main engineering. Okay, makes sense. So here, we'll bring it out of gray mode into turning to normal. That's fine. Good now about this thing, this array. I can't tell, Captain, but the scanners detect marquee vessel next to it. Try hailing them. Hail them. No response, Captain. Scan for life signs. Signs ensign. There's no sign. No one on board, Captain. Scan the array. What about the array? Several life forms aboard, Captain. One of them Vulcan. I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room ready, repaired and ready. All right, Mr. Paris, get to a deuterium deposit. Get to the train. All right, so we need deuterium fuel powers the warp drive. So we need more deuterium, right? So go ahead and get these guys over here. We'll just kind of do a couple of these over here, and we'll get us some deuterium, right? Collect an easily accessible resource, right? I think my tractor beam's still broken. We'll just go with the good numbers right now. Let's see, how many can we hold? Max capacity is 1,000, so we're pretty much I won't say maxed out, but we're okay for now. We don't want to just waste it. All right, array. Collect the store to determine repair the. Oh, I gotta repair the. Okay. How do I get to the ship? All right. I missed it. Oh, focus ship. No, not that's that. Oh, there it is. Ship right there. Aha. Hidden right in plain sight. All right. So that is the hollow deck. We need to find the transporter room, stellar cartography, sick bay, engineering office, a mess hall, life support. That's probably important. Science laboratory. That's definitely probably important. Phaser control. Okay. Maybe it's one of these. Life support, life support, life support, life support. Okay, that's all life support. It almost has to be here. Wouldn't think it'd be that. There's the shield generator. There's the bridge. Navigation deflector, torpedo launch bay. Oh, there it is. Transporter room. All right. So it wants us to repair. So we need 14 of these things to be able to repair it. All right. So, which means let's go back to the system, and then we can go down to this thing. Because this has the little funny signal on it that I need for that. And then, yeah, let's just Okay, we now have the deuterium that we need. Okay, engineering standing by for transport captain. All right, damage rooms are operational. Select the room to bring up the controls, right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and select on that guy. We'll go ahead and repair it. So that is repairing. It's going to take us a little bit of time. We can go back to our system and go back to there. So there, that room is repaired. We can technically go in here too, and we probably want to start. Don't know. No available team to work. All right, so it's not letting me clear anything yet. Oh, maybe that's because I need to clear these guys out first. Back online, Captain. Set course for the array. We got some time to get some answers, right? No, I want to go back to the ship. If I do, can I do this? Okay. Oh, no life support. Oh, my life support's not online. I think it's going to make me wait. Think it's going to make me wait till I can get into the system and start getting things picked up. But we've got to kind of, it's a normal thing. You can't jump all the way to the end. You have to kind of work your way to it. This prepares to get ready for first away mission. Right? So this way it says away missions, challenges, heroes possess skills 1 and 2, right? So there's the skills. Here's their skills over here, right? Match skills for your away team. We really don't have any options here. So here, obviously, we can only send these 2 guys down, right? So these are the challenges that we're expecting to battle as we go through, and then these are the guys that we need to have there. So go ahead. Start mission. Let's just do that one. There you go. Start mission. Right. So it's captain. We have materialized. Right. So decide the approach. Right. So we'll go through this. So it's kind of a point and click adventure. Right. Have materialized middle of the cornfield, and this place is very similar to Earth, but something's off. And he suggests us what to do next. Right. So it's saying that either we need to do Starfleet or we need to do science. Right. And then you can kind of choose which one you want to use. So this one required a 30, and this is required a 26. Right, so neither one of them were kind of enough. So we're going to go ahead and put old Harry in, and he's got a little bit better. We'll go ahead and confirm. So there's your success. Nice time, energy spike emitting from nearby. Following the readings, navigate the cornfield. Sets in a porch nearby farmhouse. Strumming a banjo. Ding, 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 ding. Right, after challenge are fatigued, their skills are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge or recover for plan ahead, right? So yeah, you kind of have to look through and go, okay, so like I'm gonna need Harry here in a minute, most likely, right? So that's medical too. So here we have demand to know what's going on, right? So 36, this is a 21, this is a medical, right? So that's Tom, so he'll be good there. And then hopefully that will give us, yeah, that will give us Harry back here in a minute. All right, there you go. Nice little success there. And I don't think there's any way to work with this to make it work. I think this is like, because it was over, I think this is extra bonus. Like you did, like it'd be rolling like a 20, right? You can select more than one hero challenge, possess the required skill. Okay, so and then basically here, Marquis large barn, right? So basically here we can do both, right? So rewards. So this is a reward science, right? So we'll send both of them, right? So if we do that, so that way we can send both of them. Now Paris is kind of tired, but he'll be all right. He'll make it through. A little bit extra deuterium out of it. Maybe just how the story proceeds, right? Marquis, hold our captain must get them out of here, right? Palette, wake up the tattooed man, right? So this is obviously Chakotay, and this is Balana, right? Uh, all things being equal, I will take an angry Klingon woman over Chakotay any day. So we're gonna wake up Balana because this will end well for them. A little bit more out of there. All right, and then injury-free risk bonus totals right. All right, so we're good. All right, Janeway anxiously awaits the return of the away team. Harry and Spirit materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Well, I'm back in Voyager. What happened over there, Mr. Cam? You lost contact for several hours. But we just were right. Tom? Seems like he's still on the array, I hope. Captain, we've been held by the Marquis. Starfleet. I don't know what you did to our commander, but he still ran the precious starship. Okay, so now we get to deal with Balana. This was a bad plan. I should have got Chakotay. Ramus, one of Rowan is missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until you're accounted for. Does this sound reasonable? We're beaming. What? That doesn't seem like a logical freaking. Okay, this is logical. Janeway's rival Marquis crew is fought with tension. Both sides shared predicament. Don't play games start weak. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Tuvok recruited. Likewise, Captain Mr. Torres, forming you that is assigned to infiltrate the Marquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. Why is she already at a station? That is unsurprising. I assure you perform Marquis duties at highest standards. Oh, let's see. Oh, we're already cussing at people. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. Name is Chakotay, and we can't get it back to easy. They're sealed and the communications are cut off. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming the communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Required to mobilize workforces. Yep. Prioritize life support. Yep. So we need life support here. So we basically need to get life support switched on so we can actually get down there. Captain Engineering office is now accessible, right? Fix it before we can use it, right? All right, so we'll do that. So we should hopefully have enough to be able to do it. Yep, we do. So we'll go ahead and repair that. So it's going to take us 2 cycles. Repairs in progress, right? Till completion, logical scan all planets and systems to gather more deuterium and duranium. Okay. We're still auto-saving. Okay, cool. Oh, and then we zoom out. So let's see, what's this guy here? What do you have? Oh, I guess we're going there. Oh, that's fine. Engineering office has been into the ship, right? So that is ready now. Fully operational, Captain. We have additional work to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Yay, 2 tasks simultaneously. All right, so logically we now focus on deck 2, a mess hall, ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining. Okay, so that is fine. Morale, yep, morale is important, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll turn on the life support. So basically, every time I turn on life support, we're slowly starting to drain power. Life support deck 2, mess hall is accessible. is damaged, right? Makes sense. Go ahead. We'll repair the mess hall while we're at it. We should crew accommodation, right? All right. So what we need to do is basically go in here and clear these. While waiting for our teams to finish, we could continue to collect more resources. What we're doing is we got to clear the destroyed stuff so the ship out so we can rebuild the ship. Safely search, repair parts of the mining station and mine some resources. You know what? I kind of want to repair it. How much max can I hold? I can only hold 100 anyway. We'll just do that. We'll just max it out. All right, so that should, yeah. So we're full of that now. And then, how is this? We've only can get 160. Probably want to wait on that for a little bit, so that we're not wasting the deuterium that's on the map. All right, so life. See, this thing is ready for the mess hall, right? Mess hall requires repairs are complete. Should switch to replicator rations, enhance crew well-being. All right, so if we go in here, we can go to emergency rations or plus morale, right? And then that is probably going to cost us. All right, so we got those. Let's go ahead and get this guy. Let's go ahead and get this guy cleaned up while we're at it. So that way we can slowly start getting these. The shield generator, probably a good thing to get that going here in a second too. But I think for the most part, before I need those, it's going to have me go through and do it. So we should be okay. Back to the station again. We did dismantle a room. So that room has been dismantled. We'll go ahead. Oh, I got it. Actually released the room removal concluded. Maybe we should build some crew quarters. Right? So that's fine. We'll see. And then we can do Borg technology, combat technology, crew. So we'll go crew. Crew quarters. 12 crew, right? Missing technology. Okay, so this is the only one we can do. So we'll go ahead and get those. At least get some bunk beds. They're gonna lose some morale because it sucks, but you know, at least they'll have some place to sleep. What's this thing? Oh, the caretaker. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Hope they respond. Hell the array. Who is this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? Why? You don't have what I need. Well, okay. Well, you have what I need. Remember that voice, Captain, the old man in the banjo. But his form is entirely different compared to how he appeared in the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation starship. Yeah, see, so just already off the bed thing. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. Might have what they might have what we need. You just have to leave them. Tell them us where they are. Trying to intimidate, give them back. And let Milana talk. Yeah, let's scan. Don't rely on the words of a stranger. Scan the array for the life signs of Tom and Chakotay. No signs of them, Captain. No human form indicated at all of who or what are we talking to right now. You know what? Just give them to Balana. No, listen here, you oversized jello. Return Chakotay. I'll use the banjo and you ways of Klingon. Good. Got it. The struggle for survival, heavily burdened, have no time for this. There's just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Okay, well, that's how about this? We help you and forget all about the little kidnapping operation. You? My own methods go far beyond your comprehension. Not even that is enough. No, you can't help. No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? Don't have time. Not enough time. I'm going to cut off, Captain. It's getting us nowhere. We need to find our people fast. Managed to extract valuable information. Miss Torres, I commend you for that. Captain, if I may, I've observed that array has been sending energy pulses towards the fifth planet, neighboring system, ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding the missing crew's location, guessing the planet appears to be the most logical next step. Only lead we have. Your thought, Miss Torres? I don't like work any more than you do, but it's easier to work together, Captain. Helm, set a course for fifth planet neighboring system. Let's find our people. Set a course for the fifth planet, maximum warp. Alright, so that should allow us to go here, so we can go to the sector. We can go to the next location here. And that will allow us to kind of... And you kind of want to make sure you're building something in your ship. Because... Oh, no, okay. Well, let us do it. We'll kind of let us do it while we're doing it here. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have a ruined womb that is done. Let's see. Go ahead and start cleaning this one out. And with these things, it's usually a good idea to kind of stay ahead of it so that we can keep rooms being cleared, make sure that we have stuff, like get all this stuff cleared out, like phaser control. We want to start getting that stuff kind of as soon as we can. Alright, get this. Nope. Alright, and then emergency quarters, right? So those are built. That is cool. Enter the ship. So those are good. Go ahead and start cleaning those out too. Alright, so now we're into the system. So it's saying the fifth witch is here, right? So you go 1, 2, 3. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually the fifth. But that is where it wants us to go. Nothing new to reveal. Anything else on these guys? And then you can kind of look at these two, and then you can see and scan them and see that we can get some resources. And then that, ooh, science. The Okampa. Okay, into the Okampa we go. Captain, we reached your destination. Continue. We've reached where you told us to go. What do you want us to do? Keep going. Oh, that character is so horribly written. Why are we dragging the Marquis ship with us? See what we have here. New lead. Following the raised energy pulses, Voyager discovers a new desert planet with harsh, unforgiving landscape. Can perhaps they held in this place. What makes this place so special? Scan up. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's do that one first. Let's see what we can learn from this planet. Basic characteristics: M-class planet, no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Okay, so yeah, so we need to get the science laboratory up. Check for the energy pulses. Energy pulses, constantly targeting a single location, barren piece of the desert, recommending an awake team to investigate the area. Something else. Interval between each pulse is decreased by 0.47 seconds since they left the array. They're getting faster. The enemy must be running out of time. Whatever that means, we better hurry. Prepare the awake team. Alright, first hand. Off you go. Oh, and then there comes the Neelix. A small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. Oh, it's Neelix. Mischievous grin greets Voyager, chaotic vessel. Perhaps inhabit another Delta Quadrant. Oh, that's cool. Fairly good graphics there. Greetings. Looking for something on this dusty old rock. Would we find anything, mister? Neelix. Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker's been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Okampa call him. He probably snatched some of the crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Okampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place. Dangerous. You could use a guide. But of course, a guide needs a little, compensation? Sounds fair. Wonderful. I'll be honest. I had it rough recently. Those pesky void whales have been nibbling away my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. That's a deal. Alright, so we're into there. So we should be able to go... Let's scan focus ship. So there's your warp core, there's your morale. 38 without crew, max morale. Woo, that sucks. We need a lot more lot more, lot more of that. All right, let's see. And then, okay. Oh no, maybe it's this one. Nothing new to reveal. Notification. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We can go down here. I think we can just go to the stellar cartog. Oh, there's the transporter room. I think we can just go here. Yeah, I remember in the demo I had problems trying to like. No management. Okay. There's our crew. All right, let's go back to the system. Nope, I didn't want to go there. That is being removed. That is removing that one now. Okay, let's get back out of here. System. I'm okay. Okay, enter ship. Okay. Captain, with a major problem brewing down engineering. Deuterium levels are critical. The ship won't last without every fuel. New supply soon will be adrift to space. Okay. Stock up on 900 deuterium. And then basically what you're doing here is they'll give you those things, and if you can complete that, then we'll get extra points. Let's see, there's go. We'll do that. That will give us another room there. There's a caretaker. Delicious meal, culinary masterpiece such as tangy, called again, tomato soup. Culinary wizard myself, you know. A fairy and hair pasta is wine of bold, mouth-watering taste. I'm pleased you're enjoying yourself. We need your assistance. Oh, yes. Continent, looking at a range of dead volcanoes. Foot of one of the Kazan Ogre encampments. Kazan what? Sector Mini. Control a bit difficult, but right approach to be able to reason with. Had our people. Well, the Ocampo do have our people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. The little pal, Maj Jabin and Ogre leader might have nowhere to look. Nice guy, a bit gruff. That's fine. Send the away team. Send Mr. Neelix, right? Okay, so, and then we need to get to the deuterium, right? So, we should be able to go to transporter room now. Here? No. Sign here to the room to receive efficiency. Oh, okay, command. We can actually, we can just stick Tuvok in there. Okay, Tuvok. Tuvok is running my transporter room now. All right, cool. All right, that is not what I wanted to do. All right, back to the system. Meant to do that. Let's see. You know what? Let's just do that while we're here. That's fine. That's fine. Deploy the lasers. All right. Continue. Yay! We got morale because we made them happy. All right. So back to there. Okay. So enter the ship. All right. That thing is ready. Okay. So now we can't go down here because this stuff is bad, but we can start coming over here and cleaning these out. All right, so that is going good. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm constantly clearing something, building something, doing anything just to make sure that we're moving forward. Always have the engineering teams going, and then Captain, reach your destination order. Send the away team. All right, who are we sending? All right, so we have to send Neelix, right? But we also need phaser power, and we need probably a science. So phaser power is Tuvok. We can't. You think Balana would be phaser power? Because she's angry. All right, so we definitely will send Tuvok, right? And then like here, diplomacy. We don't really have another diplomacy, right? We do have. Probably want to send a science. Like we can send Harry for here, because we can do Tuvok. Oh, I guess we could send Balana too. And then as you send them, they get levels too. So you kind of want to kind of get the ones you want to make sure that you're leveling them up so they get stronger. Um, just in the ultimate, trying to keep them going. Even though I don't think sending Tupac and Balana to the surface of a planet is a good plan. Well, unless your plan is to take over. White team material, a small valley of dead volcanoes. Sun burns down mercilessly. The hot air whips through their eyes, right? Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy pulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl, right? So really, basically, survivalists orient yourself right. So nobody has survivalists. So the only thing I have is basically Tuvok, and it wants 50. I only got 46. Now I can actually send the other ones, but they're not adding anything. So let them rest. All right, so we did succeed. Team pushes forward, battling strong winds. Lowesville finally emerged in the ledge of the clear view of the surrounding area. Distance caused on Olga Camp. However, the wind is picking up and massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Heading our way. Hey, who is this? I didn't send this person down here. Heading our way, we need to find cover fast, right? So now, so the next one we're probably either have to use here, or basically you're almost going to have to use either Neelix or Tuvok for the next ones. So ideally we want to use her. So she actually is enough to push it forward. We want Tuvok to rest. And then, well, actually, you know what? We'll let them rest, and then we'll just use both of them for the next one. And then this is build a temporary shelter from what we can find. Innovator, right? Actually, you know what? Let's do that one. Oh yeah, we get better rewards out of it too. Area for best cover from the storm, right? So we'll do that one because that will be the best one. Gives us some of those points. Construct a wind-resistant shelter surrounding debris, right? And then we get 25 of those. We'll add that into the little bunker there. We'll be all right. All right. So now here, now we can either, all right, Telex and let Neelix do the introduction. Rewards plus 200, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and let Neelix do it, and let him do his thing. Success plus 200. Seems like Kazan don't like Neelix. Find Neelix charming as he let us believe. It appease them, Captain. Right. So then we basically either have show them you have no bad intentions, so we get another plus 100, or we can just shoot them in the face. we will let Neelix kind of maintain this for a second, because we're gonna need our Tuvok here in a second. Right. We'll go ahead and confirm that. All right. So we succeeded. Explains the peaceful intentions, fighting the desire to find their missing crew. Dim-like approach eases attention. Explains that Campa live underground, controlled by the caretaker, provide only source of water. Points to the bruised woman he's holding as a slave, and Ocampa. Explains he's one of the few that have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser, points at Jabba, and demands the Ocampa woman be freed. Yep, see, we knew this one was coming. Sometimes, okay, away missions bear additional risk. Dangerous approaches marked danger indicated 1, right? Risk. Failing such challenge can result in injury or even fatalities. Let's try not to do the fatalities. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat, right? Okay, obviously, let's see. Appease to carefully withdraw, right? We can get 100. And then that gives us 100. See, secure the retreat with a phaser fire. Okay. You know what? Let's just do that. I think that's going to be our best option. Like, we can get more rewards, but they're going to be angry with us either way, so we might as well just your choice has consequences. Yep. Allows you to minimize the exposure to the enemy fire. Jamin and Fury, though Fury seems to acknowledge that awake team fighting skills, escape with no casualties, right? So we get some more stuffs. Successful challenges 250. Successful successes. Critical successes 0. Injury free bonus 100. Sector okay. Total points. Safety back on Voyager. Neelix surprises the rest of the away team, and he is rescued woman Kiss passionately. How deep does this do the two of them go? Dearest Kiss, Then I promised I'd save you. Oh, jeez. See, this is where we throw him in the brig. Straight to jail. I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied. You endangered my crew. This is not how you build trust, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but understand, I want to repay your crew for saving me. Jasmine said the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. Transport through the barrier, if it's the slightest breach, transport signal fire would be necessary. Excellent. I did. Kes, can you help us locate it by the breach? Of course. Least I can do. Alright. We have things to do. Knows about the caretaker. Why she came to the surface. Alright, we have things to do. I got stuff to do. Alright, someone has started transporter signal amplifier. Kes will go to sick bay and have you examined. Right? So we should be the science laboratory, right? And then the sick bay. So I can't really build either of those right now because I think I got them stacked up. So we've got to wait for a couple of cycles. So let's see. I think for the most part, this is full. The deuterium is full. We're doing that stuff. Science library research. Okay, repair and activate the sick bay. So we need to go back to the system, and then so let's go to this guy. So that's 2 cycles away. Emergency quarters, right? So we have some more emergency quarters. So those are ready. So those are good. And then this is, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing up the science laboratory. So that is 2 cycles. Okay, back to the system. Scan the anomaly for safe distance, right? Conduct a detailed analysis. Probably want to leave. Probably want to wait until we get the science laboratory for that one. Problem is like most of the other things here, that is a weird little. It just stays right there. I guess it's in the background. The problem is, can I just tell it to like go to another cycle? I don't. Maybe. Okay. Alright, so that will get us to another cycle. We can enter the ship. We'll go ahead and get that removed. And then we'll go ahead and start repairing this guy. Alright, and then we can go back to here. We can X cycle again. So that will give us the laboratory. Alright, Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching signal amplifier. Alright, so current research progress. Cargo bay, impulse engines, warp drives. Arrowwing shuttle bay. So that is all good there. Workshop. Small compartment. Buster collectors. Okay. So this is all small battery compartment. All kinds of crazy stuff in here. I like it. Crew. Oh, Jesus. There's a bunch. Inspired workforce. Science. See, field training. Navigation deflector. Combat. Shield generator. Okay. There is a bunch of things in here. And then the Borg. We don't have the Borg yet. I want the Borg. I'm going to turn everybody into Borgs as soon as I can. I don't know what this. For warp temporarily ride to 120 storm injury, grade mode gets activated. Let's see. The problem is I don't know. Plasma torch. 25% more resources. I like that. I got a lot of rooms to clear. Okay, so that is fine. Let me get out of here. Okay, it's telling me. Okay, plasma torch. 14 days remaining. So it wants me to do. I don't see the signal amplifier. It's gotta be science me. Resource, electronics bay, science lab, science lab. It's not showing me where it is. This is not helpful. Okay, the away missions, that would be helpful. Check your being captain's acknowledgement. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, we'll wait for the other one. Let's see. What does this do? Neutral entry discovered. Max capacity, max capacity. Okay, that is fine. All right, back out to the system. And then we can do this. So do that. Oh, boo. All right. I think I'd learn and not try to get expenditures. So the problem is I need to get. All right, 1 second. Let me figure it out. I'll be right back. All right. So I figured it out finally. It's taking me way too long to do it. All right. So if you go in here, if you look down here, there's this little glowy thing that says, and I don't know how many people are probably staring at the screen going, "This right there." It's yeah, it's right there. It's basically analysis. We temporal. Okay, this thing's paused. It's fine. All right. So that's gonna take 3 runs to do that. So then, kind of the best thing to do here would be to try to figure out something else that we can do. Now we are currently doing that, clearing those out, which means that at that point, trying to figure out if it's science laboratory. I kind of want to build. Can I build maintenance, engineering office, cargo bay? The cargo bay probably would be helpful, which is probably a good thing to have. So we're going to go ahead and build a cargo bay so that way we can actually have more storage of items. We are down to 58 out of 100 of that stuff. So if we have one of those, maybe we'll go look and see if we can find it real quick. I'll look at it right there. There, let's go to there. Fly around a little bit, try to find some stuff, right? So yeah, so that's the problem, is that we're going to get 83. So or we can just leave for now, right? So we don't want to. Basically, I want to get closer to the 40 area if I can. So we'll enter the ship here. So we'll do this. Injured, we'll place in sick bay automatically. After treatment, they go back to work. Increase efficiency, right? All right, cool, easy enough. Computer initiate emergency medical holographic program. You know the options available. Janeway activates engineer's emergency medical operator. Okay, cool. Please state the nature of medical emergency. Doctor or chief medical officer is dead. Take care of sick bay for now. This is patient Kess. No need for concern. Capable of treating any injury and disease. Broken ulna, a few minute bruises and grazes. Nothing I can't handle. Most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, doctor. Very kind of you. Expect you to do your best, doctor. Do my best, Captain. I am programmed for optimal medical care. Why would you? Okay, that's yes. They're horrible. All right, so now that thing is up and running. We are building that thing. We should be probably. Let's get some more stuff cleared. Kind of keep that stuff clearing, and then this guy. We got 2 cycles on this. So go ahead and get to the system here. All right. Okay, the signal amplifier is done. Okay, enter the ship. Textures allow, okay, certain technologies. Okay, that's good. Okay, blueprints to amplifier complete. However, the production we need to start the repair shop. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? So of course we need to do that. Now we got both of these guys over here actively working on other things. That is 1 cycle. So you know what? Let's just do that. We'll wait for the cycle. Let it finish. I'll be done. So this is good. Now we have a cargo bay. We'll go ahead and work on the workshop. We'll go ahead and repair that. So that's going to be 3 cycles. Now we do have the ability to go... no. Cargo bay? Oh, it's on. So that we should be doing that. Plasma torches. Plasma torches is going good. So because we got a lot of stuff to clear, so we might as well, you know, try to get that, you know, the extra materials beforehand. This should be. That one's 1500. It doesn't work for that one. I thought the cargo bay did like both of them. Oh well, so it just does deuterium. That's fine. All right, so back out to the system. And then we'll go ahead and do this for now. Alright, so we got some of that. Then we could go to the deuterium. We'll go ahead and we can get almost 1,000 deuterium. Sure. So bad news. Car goes over. No, it's not. Yeah, we'll build one, right? Lack of quarters, sleeping. Okay, build quarters to accommodate all the crew. Build one quarters on my course. So we have 40. Oh, I eventually want to get all of them. So we'll go ahead and do that. This should be more than enough for us to be pretty much capped up. All right, so that is good there. Okay, so we need to get back to the ship. So this is 2 cycles. Let's see. So let's build. I can't build it right now because I don't have any available work teams. Of course not. So that's 2 cycles. That's 2 cycles. Okay. So we'll go ahead and pass some cycles here. All right. Workshop is done. Room is done. Workshop captain. Production of the signal amplifier. So that's going to take the signal amplifier. It's going to take us 3 days to do that. And then what we can do is we can go back up here. And I'm going to build crew, emergency crew quarters. And then we're going to build crew. And then emergency crew quarters. So if we go to our crew, they're somewhere up here. Oh, here. So we basically we have enough, we have 50 crew. I want to see, and then it wants me to build another cargo bay too. So, and then these guys, I think, yeah, so I got 2 emergency quarters down there. I think between those, we should have enough to do it. All right, so we're basically waiting for 3 to finish that. We need to build a storage. I probably should have built the storage first, but we'll build another storage here. That will be fine. System, that thing is full. These things are we're down to 45 here. I wish I could hold more of that stuff. Okay, let's see, that is all good there. So let's go ahead and go down here. That'll give us enough to build the. Yep, there it is right there. Signal amplifier is done. We'll have to take Hakes back to the Ocampa. That'll be great. We get 2 more cycles for that. Back to the system. We'll do this. 69 is fine. That's fine. Alright. Alright, so that is good there. And then we can go back to the Ocampa. And then at some point on that travel, right through the sun, emergency quarters are both done. We'll enter the ship. Right, so both those are ready. Right, let's see, quarter problem. I still need another quarters. So I need to build another cargo bay. Yeah, see, it says plus 50 storage. Right, so that I should be at 150 for that right now. Alright, and then I need to get enough room to build more crew quarters someplace. So we'll go ahead and clear this ruined room. So hopefully that will get that one done. We got 33 to get those. I should be able to go look at my crew. It doesn't tell me how many storage. I think it's under like the morale thing. That's the cycles, energy, science, nanite Borg. Okay, I thought we had a way to see. Oh, crew morale right here, morale. Right, so 2 quarters without 2 without quarters. So I basically need freaking room for 2 more people. I gotta build a whole new room for them. All right, that's fine. We will get it. All right, back to the nope, not to the sector. Back to here. All right, Captain, we reached your destination. Orders: send the away team. All right, so we're gonna send Kess, obviously. Now, if we do have, we do have need for. Uh, Probably could use a couple of those. So Tuvok's got to go, and then we need a science or a gear wrenchy person. So we'll send Balana. Uh, or do I send? Do I send Neelix? I think I send Neelix because then that way he can do these also. No, I think gear wrenchy. We'll send Balana. All right. Upon materials in there, the tunnel interest group Kazan are already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. Susan noticed the wait team, they flinch in fear and back off it. Watch out, shouts one of them. Foreign warriors are back. Captain and the Kazan are hesitant, almost fearful. What are your orders? Bluff to open fire if they don't retreat, count to 3. Right? Nor the Kazan proceed directly to the tunnel entrance. Right? So there's no risk on that one. So we'll just straight. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll just ignore him and just forget the entrance. Whereas Kazan heading straight for the entrance, intimidated by the white team firstly demeanor, make no attempt to stop them. Each tunnel entrance using a transport signal on fire now find possible breaches in the security barrier. Right? So here we can either do straight Balana on that one, or we can do science. So if we do this one, she'll pretty much straight in, and then if I use both of them, it's kind of the same thing. But I think the better option is just to use Balana. Okay. Vulnerable tents. Okay, so we got a little bit of science out of that one. And then once we get down here, so we need a 14. So they're both kind of on. So we'll let her go, because we're going to need Tuvok for both of the answers next time. And she only needs a 14 anyway. And then that gives us basically rewards with them. I would like to get more golds, please. I don't seem to be getting a lot of those. Caretaker upon tunnel entrance. Need to get out of here, right? Alright, so there is some risk here. So we can either lead the team through the collapsing tunnels, right? So we can. Kess is fatigued, so we're just gonna have. Still no golds. All right, so we got a couple of extra points from that, and then trimmers are in signal focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this, right? Stabilize the transporter amplifier, adjusting frequency modulation. Analyze the trimmers interference pattern and recalibrate the transporter signal accordingly, right? So honestly, we only need 27 for this one. So 23. So if we do everybody, like, we're guaranteed. We're guaranteed either way. You know what? Let's get everybody some experience. Why not? And that gives us 18 sciences too. Yay, a gold. Team analyzes the trimmers, interference, credit recalibration, transperson, compensate. Yay. And then we should get some. And we got a critical successes. Okay, so that gives them more experiences too. Alright, so that's good. Look at them moving up. Unexpected allies. Back on the voyage, breathes a heavy sigh of relief. Chakotay eyes Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. Struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway. Mr. Paris, it's good to have you as my good to have my pilot back. But no champagne, not even replicated. I'm Commander Chakotay Marquis Torres. What's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version. We're stuck in the Federation sycophants in the Delta Quadrant. We share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. Learn about the Ocampa. Learn anything about the caretaker. Acting accordingly. Abducting people. Increase the power supply at half a decade. Destroy the tunnels. Sound like you're preparing for something, but what? We're sent to the Ocampa. Caretaker mentioned they might have needs. Take sense of that. Woke up covering scabs. Ocampa seemed to have sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except they weren't sick before. I also mentioned others with same disease, but they didn't last. They died both in sick bay now. Condition is unusual. It appears that a cellular disruption based on introduction of foreign genetic material. Advisor rejecting it rather violently, I might add. Therefore, in a few more days, the cellular disruption may have been fatal. Foreign material, what is the purpose? Excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately. Wait a minute. Capital data is beyond comprehension. I already started the treatment with the expertise to make full recovery. Captain, now enough evidence to form a reasonable hypothesis. The caretaker provides the Okampa with mere 5 years worth of energy and destroys the access tunnels. In addition to frequent mention running out of time, the caretaker sustained Okampa for millennia. Why we sudden urgency is illogical. Conclusion is that does not intend to continue his role as the caretaker. The doctor discovered further confirms the hypothesis. The caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Okampa for as long as possible. He'll run out of energy eventually, and so he seeks a successor, someone who holds the key to their survival. Compatibility with the caretaker's DNA explains the abduction sequence testing of individual various sectors. I believe the caretaker is dying. I was supposed to get home, turn to the array before it's too late. Alright, back to the array. To cooperate more approach may be necessary. Vault right. Overgrown energy blob won't send us home. We'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. Bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Alright, so it wants me to get my shields going. But I need to get these two guys going first. So we'll go ahead, do a couple of these. So that will give us our cargo bay. That gives us some more morale. That'll be fine. And then once we do that, we should be able to get the shields. Oh, there's the shields. Torpedo launcher, shield generator, right? Let's go ahead and get the shield generator up. That's probably a good thing to have. I like being able to defend myself, even though it doesn't last for very long if you can't shoot back. Okay, we'll go ahead and X one more of those. That's the run room. Alright, so we do need to get this guy here. We need to build another room. Nope. Let's see. Build another bedroom. Emergency quarters, right? We'll build us another emergency quarters. So that will be 5 cycles for that guy. There it shows me right there that they're mad because I got 2 people that don't have a home. So that'll be fine. So we'll be able to get that, and then we'll get the torpedo launcher bay started up next. But I think for now, now is a good place as any to go ahead and take a deposit or end the episode here. If y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, y'all can leave those down below. If y'all like these videos, you want to see more of them, please consider throwing a like down below. And if you're not subscribed and you would like to be, there's a button for that too. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.